What up? Yeah, man. So, Jovel, this is the YouTube family. This is the YouTube channel. Okay. I'm doing a year, my year update.
Nice. Today's a year?
Today's a year, man. Woo! Year update.
I'm an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Hey, what?
Many of you guys have seen me work and do what I do from my house. I went from printing in my kitchen, in my living room, and in my bedroom, heat pressing in my bedroom. Now I actually have a storefront, so we're actually pulling up to it right now. So this is me, man. This is my store. This is all me. Here, Jovel has been my partner in crime, man. We've learned together, we've grown together, and just seeing him just blossom into what he's becoming. He's actually working on graphics right now. That's what he does before the beginning of his shift. And then, yeah, he's awesome at printing. Before he left yesterday, he said, I want to get these done. So this is a CMYK job that we did. So yeah, if you guys check out the other videos, you will see, like I said, go back. I'm going to keep referencing the vlogs because the vlogs actually, this is kind of the in-between. There's still going to be some more upgrades, but the vlogs actually show you guys what the shop looked like before, so you can actually appreciate all the work that has been done. And if you are new to my channel and you're thinking about starting, managing, or growing your business or your side hustle, please consider subscribing to my channel. You can do that by hitting that subscribe button, also banging on that notification bell. Today marks the year of me actually taking over this business. So what I wanted to do is I just wanted to go over some of the trials and tribulations and the things that I learned so that when you're ready to do this, you can actually have some type of resource to know what to look for if this ever were to happen to you. Because honestly, I learned a lot. There was a lot of stuff that I just wasn't ready for. I didn't know what I didn't know until I knew that I didn't know. I don't even know if that made sense, but it made sense before I said it. But really, to tell you the truth, just doing this full time, from going from a side hustler to actually doing this full time, like I said, it's different. There's a lot of things that I need to make sure I keep a pulse on. Just my day-to-day tasks are just different. So really, like I said, I wanted to just go over the different things that I believe that you can benefit from and you can grow just like I did. The first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the underestimation. So the things that I underestimated before I came into the shop, there was 4 things that I really underestimated. The first one was time. So the time that it took for me to do jobs when I was doing my side hustle, I didn't realize, I really underestimated how much time I would be dedicating to the business. Now, we all know you have a business. You're gonna be doing it all the time. It's gonna be a nonstop thing. We get that, we understand that. But when you're actually doing it and it's something that is a part of your everyday, honestly, I spend 24 hours, 7 days a week thinking about the business. And it's tough. So I underestimated the amount of mental capacity that it would take. The second thing is gonna be money. And I said it in my vlog where I talked to you guys about whatever money you think that you're gonna spend on your business or your startup, you need to multiply that by 3. And honestly, it's important for you to have a reserve because honestly, in the first, I say 5-6 months of running the business, there was not a lot of cash flow. I was really like going from hand to mouth. And really I wasn't contributing a lot to my home expenses. So I really, and I'm gonna talk about this a little bit later, but I really sought out the support of my family to be able to help during that time. So just the money, man, you need to make sure you actually have the capital saved up. If you're in a 9-to-5 or you have a way of actually making some money and just saving it and stashing it, the more money that you have saved, set aside, the better. The next thing is gonna be focus. And I underestimated the amount of focus that it would take. Now, running a business is running a business. You know, you can run a business and not have much like direction when you're actually running it, but it takes a very skillful person to actually be focused in what they're trying to reach. Because when I took over the business and when I started to do this full time, there was a lot of distractions. There was a lot of things that were in my face, rather it be compliance, like just certain things, paying taxes, and you know, being able to put out a good product and figuring out a way to get my garments cheaper and get them faster. Like there's so many distractions. And if you're not focused on knowing what you want and what you want to get out of your business and what you need to do, then you're just gonna go everywhere and you're not gonna know, and you're gonna end up doing a whole bunch of things half-assed or C+. And that's not good. You don't want that. Last thing, like I said, I talked about this a little bit earlier, but support. I underestimated the amount of support that I would need. Not only from my living situation, but just the amount of I just talked about it. Like there was a lot of things that I needed to do, so I couldn't do it all myself. I can't print and call customers and do graphics. I can't do all that. I still can't do all that. So I'm trying my best now to figure out a way to make myself more efficient, but also build a team of people that are like-minded, but are skillful in the things that I'm not good at. So, and then once again, just like with my wife, like hands down to her, thank you, babe. She's really like hung in there with me, and you know, she supported everything we were doing for a period of time by herself, and just knowing that, you know, I had that support. And even with my mother-in-law, shout out to her, I love her to death. And then with my father-in-law and my pops, he's helped, and you know, the AC unit that's in here, my dad helped with that, and just those little things, you know. Even my kids, you know, my kids came and helped me paint, and just the support that you get or that you need. You know, you think you're just gonna come in here and just do it yourself, but really when it gets to a certain point, you are gonna seek or need the guidance and just help of other people and support. So that was something else that I underestimated. The next thing is gonna be the biggest lessons that I learned. So instead of me just giving you symptoms of the lessons that I learned, I wanted to give you guys something that's bigger than that, because I noticed that when I was writing down all the lessons I learned, I feel like they were all a symptom of a bigger issue that I didn't know. And really at the end of the day, your business is ran off of 3 different pillars. Number 1 is gonna be your admin. Number 2 is gonna be the operations. And then number 3 is going to be innovation/implementation. So a lot of the issues that I was having throughout this year, it fell into one of those things. If it was something like me not getting my garments on time or us not printing good, that fell into the operations. Or let's say I miss a deadline with my taxes, or I paid my staff later than I wanted to. That's gonna be admin, all those different things. And then just innovation and implementation, having customers come in asking for something that I'm not quite ready to offer. Or, you know, I just recently invested in Cutter because I was having issues with, you guys all know that I used Cricut for the longest. In the first year or so of me actually getting in the heat press, Cricut was what I used. And then when I came into the shop, I wasn't able to get items out fast enough because I didn't have the proper setup. So just being innovative and saying, hey, what can I do to make this faster, and implementing it. So that was a huge lesson that I learned. And me actually being able to categorize it, it gives me greater purpose. And as a business owner, I'm no longer just solving symptoms, but now I'm actually looking at those 3 different things and saying, hey, what symptom is this? Like, what is a bigger issue? What is happening in the business that is giving me this? Because if I solve that issue, I might get rid of all of those lessons that I learned. I might be able to make this better and make this more efficient. Okay, and the last thing I'm gonna leave you with is the biggest takeaways, and there were 3. But 1 was just the sales funnel. So if you don't know what a sales funnel is, drop a comment down below. Let me know. I can do a video on what a sales funnel is, but let me just give you guys a quick overview. It's really just how you navigate potential customers through your process, taking them from a prospect all the way down to actually giving you money and you doing a project for them or doing services for them. So that's what a sales funnel is. So before I came into the shop, it looked different than what it is now. Because now I have walk-in customers and things like that, or I'm actually going out and I'm trying to acquire these larger companies and businesses. So my sales funnel is gonna look a lot different. The second thing is going to be workflow management. And once again, I'm always going to plug my Instagram and things like that. But if you check out my Instagram, we try to stay very, very, very transparent when it comes to the issues and things that are happening on or in the business, because there's a lot of variables. There's a lot of things that are going on. So there was some hiccups with our workflow, and that was really, your workflow is just how you process. So you do have the sales funnel, which is before the customers actually come to you, but then your workflow is just how you actually process them. How do you get them through the whole process of start to finish? And we had to dial that in. We had to look at how fast we're printing, when we're printing it, who's responsible for what, where the garments are, how we keep the shop clean, how we order supplies, you know, how I manage actually making our schedule and things like that. Like, there's a lot of things that need to go into your workflow. So I needed to make sure that I worked on my workflow. The last and most important, honestly, is gonna be your cash flow management. And this is something, honestly, if I can go back, I would spend a little bit more time on my cash flow, because I do feel like there was times where I mismanaged the cash flow of the business and it didn't help. And a business is nothing without cash flow. And there's 3 different types. of cash flow. I made a video on that, so please check that out. I will link it down in the description, and I might put it up there in the card for you guys to check out. But honestly, at the end of the day, knowing where your money's going, knowing where your money's coming from is a huge resource, and you want to know all those things so you make better decisions with your money. So I hope you guys actually took some things from this video. If you have any questions or you want me to elaborate or whatever on something that I talked about in this video, please drop a comment down below. Remember, this is a community of small entrepreneurs that are looking to grow, man, looking to excel and get better at this game of business. Please, once again, like, subscribe, and share this content with anyone that you think would benefit from it. I will see you in the next video. Hey, and don't forget to check out some other content, because you know that's for you. So check it out. See my foot down? Look at do it. This is your boy.